right, everybody, welcome back. After a little bit of an absence there, it is good to be back in Wildmount. When we last left our party, they had finished some business in the city of Bysaeus Tile before heading off on the road again towards the next stage of their quest, which had been assigned to them by the Starosta Utherprent. The direction in which they headed was north towards the ominous Webspinners Chasm. As they made their way to what was apparently the source of a darkened cult and the source of monsters that have been spilling out into the adjacent lands, they came across some tracks in the snow, which they were able to correspond, may have corresponded, I'm sorry, to, I was going off the cuff here, as you can hear, corresponded to that of the missing Dragonborn servant of the Temple of Bahamut in the city of Bysaeus Tile. Putting two and two together, the party was able to follow the tracks. They had an encounter with some gnolls, which they were able to deal with quite handedly. They were able to get a little studying time in with some of these new tomes that they have in their possession, and made good progress towards the outside of Webspinner's Chasm. Once there, they met briefly with a group of nomadic elves who were hunting in the lands surrounding the chasm. The elves gave their warnings that as night falls, spiders, creatures of this sort, have been known to crawl out of the chasm. With this information in mind, the party set an ambush, trying to perhaps eliminate the monsters without even having to go into the lair. But unfortunately for them, only a single spider emerged that night, which they dispatched quite quickly. That spider now lays dead at the feet of the four adventurers as they stand in the cold, dank, humid entrance here of this cave. As we said last section there, Ragnus, the ceiling here, you find yourself very hunched over to fit in this claustrophobic setting here. Ceiling around you very low, maybe like 7 feet high at its like highest points. You feel the cool breeze emanating from deeper in the cavern towards you. It's quiet in here, but you do, as you just stop for your first moment here, having all crawled down in, taking your first moment to listen around, you do hear what you might consider to be unnatural noises being made further into the cavern. With all that known, adventurers, what would you like to do?
Can I actually check? Like, I know there's spiders here, but can I check if I see anything else indicating others maybe recently have been around here?
Mm-hmm. Make a perception check.
Oh, get that out of the way. A 1.
As you stand in this with this area, not only are you completely blinded with having no dark vision, Ragnus, you're finding it hard to move at a level that is comfortable for a Goliath of your size, and it has you completely thrown.
So, what seeing Ragnus like stumble around in the dark, Zaki's just gonna walk up behind him and like put his hand on his armor and cast light.
Okay. As the spell goes out there, Ragnus, you're surrounded by a nice glowing light that at least offers you in the immediate vicinity around you some vision.
Well needed. I can't see a fucking thing down here.
Zakid will just go and just say, but remember, that light makes us a target as well.
So, with your keen eyes, see anything in the dark?
So Zakid's gonna just walk in front of in the party, but not like out of this first kind of doorway, and I'll try and have a look down the hallway.
Yeah, and Xarxius will aid with that too. But also, real quick before we start moving, Xarxius is going to go ahead and cast Mage Hand. And
Okay.
Just have his Mage Hand. He's gonna cast it invisibly. Just have it ready.
Perfect. So
in
your
case
mage
he
hand.
needs a distraction or something.
Beautiful. You quietly and known only to you, this invisible hand, but you certainly detect it sitting beside you, ready for your use.
And so then I will go ahead and move up with. Oh, it's paused.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I'll go.
guys. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and move up. Next to Zaki.
Perfect. Yeah, Zaki, go ahead and make a. Why don't we both have you guys make perception checks here?
Okay, and so whatever my roll is will be +1 or again, 1 or 2 with the bard's jack of all trades. I add half my proficiency to anything I'm not proficient in.
Okay.
Nice.
Throw that on screen.
Okay, nice. As you guys peer forward as far as you can, you see just a sliver of in front of you of like a passageway down. Before that, you see a great deal of these silky strands of spider webs, and the initial chamber in which you're all standing, they seem to be confined to kind of the ceilings, and you almost get the impression that these webs are used by the creepy crawlies in this place to crawl outwards to the mouth of the chasm, which still sits above you. But as you progress a little further in, you see ahead of you the webs start to form across the main passageway of the cavern. It looks like it might pose a bit of an obstruction to you. And also leaning forward, let's see what you see here. Yeah. So you see what Xarxius, you got a kind of tough read, but Zakid, peering forward as far as you can, you get the read of what might appear to be on the ground in the distance there. Canvas, material of some kind, rolled material on the ground.
Okay. Zakid is like trying to stay as quiet as possible. I'm gonna look at Xarxius and kind of like do the like head nod, like go forward, and then just take a step, like very stealthily.
Yeah, and Xarxius will, proceed with him, and also trying to be as stealthy as possible.
Okay. So are you two just moving ahead, or are we gonna have the whole party move with you?
I would say we'll just leave them right there for this, just till we get to this other cavern here.
Okay.
Yeah, I can. Rock and I will coast in the back. I'll watch our sticks.
Nice.
Man, I've rolled a 2 and a 3 so far. Things are going well here.
That's all right. Clean her out now.
That's right.
All right. Just give me 1 second in light of that.
Luckily for my 2, I have a +9. So.
Yeah, it comes so in handy, man.
Okay. All right. Yeah. If you guys want to go ahead and proceed to where you would like to go in the cavern.
So
Keep.
Also.
Okay. So do I?
With my
Yeah,
goggles, I should have dark vision.
Do I see that down there?
You should have dark vision. Yes, the key. You're able to see. Isn't it 120 for you? Like dim 60, 120?
No, it would have been if I had dark vision already, but I.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So I have just regular dark vision.
Okay. Yeah. So as the two of you creep forward, immediately Xarxius, as you take a step, you see as what comes into view in this next section there is a detritus pile of garbage, pots, pottery, chests, just big old pile of junk. And on the to the south, on the canvas that you had identified, Zakid and Xarxius, which came into your focus as you crept forward, you see attempting to hide in the back what appears to be a humanoid figure.
So, can Ragnus see us from where he's at?
I can see you, but that is it, my friend.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of put my hand behind me and like wave them to come up closer to us.
Okay.
And then as they get right behind us, I'm gonna tell them to kind of hold there.
What do you see?
And I'm going to just put up a finger, like, wait just a second, like, because I don't want to I don't want this person down here to know that I'm talking to somebody behind me, if that makes sense.
Understood.
Okay. So as you do that, Xarxius, you're looking forward and you see this person who's trying to hide, but you're now getting the sense that she does know that you're there, and maybe doesn't know that maybe doesn't get the sense that you know that she's there, but
Right.
she knows that you're there. And
Okay.
you see her what appears to be getting a signal from someone. As she begins to raise her arm towards you, Xarxius, I will let you all have one reaction.
Okay. What do you got, Zakid?
Zakid, looking around, being in an enclosed space. He's kind of feeling like unnerved. Like this is kind of like the types of places he avoids generally.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be a little bit squeamish, but he's going to look kind of down the cave, kind of like subtly, like he's not trying to be showy. You're going to see some like electricity around his hand, and then like kind of almost like as a, I'm preparing for the worst, but let's move forward.
All right, responding to like the lightning type Ragnus can see. I can't see anything else, so I'm just gonna draw the great axe up, kind of awkwardly in this slouch position, but the best I can respond to this because I can't see anything else.
All right.
So Xarxius is going to just look over to, like, he's gonna kind of put his hand on his crossbow, but not really draw it. And I'm just gonna call out, you there? Do you think you can help us?
Okay. You sense hesitation from the person who had the crossbow aimed at you, and almost slowly lowers it for a second. But then you see her eyes again meeting someone else out of your sight line. Her resolve steels, and almost without warning, raises her arm back up to you, Xarxius, and you hear pew! As she takes a shot with her hand crossbow.
Are we able to make a reaction? Or is this
I think that was our reaction.
Yeah, you guys kind of had your stuff drawn, and unfortunately didn't have any spells readied or anything, right? As far as the direction of attack. So 17 to hit, Xarxius.
Yes, that is.
All right. So unfortunately, that bolt does hit you for 3 piercing damage, and as well. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw if you could, Xarxius.
Okay. Well, I am going to use as a reaction. I'm going to use Uncanny Dodge.
Okay.
When an attacker that I can see hits me with an attack, I can use my reaction to half the attack's damage against me.
Okay.
And then what kind of save do you need me to do?
So a con save.
Con save.
Yes, sir. So the bolt itself feels lighter than the ones that you're used to firing, Xarxius. As it hit you, it does not too much initial damage, but you do feel the feeling that you're so familiar with of poison starting to course through your veins. But stealing your resolve and having faced this kind of poisoning before, you're able to shake off any of the effects, and you successfully avoid becoming poisoned by that attack. As the bolt leaves, I'm gonna have, as the bolt has hit you there, Xarxius, we are going to go into.
Do I take 1 or 2 damage since I have it?
So that I can roll. I guess that'd be 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Reduce, and tie goes to the attackee or attacker.
Right.
The attack. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got to roll for initiative now.
All right. Yes, please.
Oh no.
Are you just gonna roll for Rock?
Sure.
And I'm assuming Rock is behind me or at my side at this point.
Yeah, I would say he is.
Yeah.
Rock would have followed you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. When Xarxius gestured us both up, we both walked up.
Okay. So Rock is right beside you then.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the little guy.
Nice. And your mage hand does not need initiative. Okay, good stuff. All right, so with that, guys, we are in combat.
Let's fucking go!
Dong. All right, this dark elf down here once again reloads another crossbow. She is going to move. She's going to take another. Actually, no, she's just going to park herself right there. Yeah, it worked for her before. Yeah. All right, so she is just going to park herself right there. She's going to pop another shot right at you there, Xarxius.
All right.
With the hand crossbow once again. This time 10 to hit.
Nope.
This time, bolt goes sailing by you, and you're able to avoid any attack there. She is going to, hunker down from there. All right, Xarxius, you are up, sir.
All right. I'm looking at something on my mage hand ledger now.
No problem.
Combat clock ticking down.
Okay. So I am going to use my bonus action to move my mage hand, and I can move it 30 feet, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I will move it. Yep, I'm gonna move it right over here by the drow.
Okay.
If it'll let me move it.
You might just have to have your token control selected at the top.
Movement is set to combat turn. It's currently not my turn.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Here.
Well, it says it's my turn though. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, it's because it's in the game's mind. Your mage hand is a separate character.
Oh, yeah. I see it. Okay.
There's probably a setting I could change for that, but
yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
So okay, and then I'm going to pull out my heavy crossbow and let one fly.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. Roll for attack. So it's like the thinnest of angles here between the walls of this cavern where you guys are kind of firing at each other. And that crossbow bolt, unfortunately, as you go to fire, you actually have a misfire. And that bolt actually breaks in your crossbow itself without letting off.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Well,
Unfortunately,
yeah.
that hit does not go.
All right. I'll just clear that from my crossbow and in my.
Swiftly moving on. Alrighty, good stuff.
Well, I guess
We'll
I guess let me use my movement to get out of the way here.
Okay, so you're
I'll
going to move
just
up a little
right there. Yeah.
into the cavern there. Perfect.
Yep.
As you cross around the corner, Xarxius, out of the corner of your eye, you see another drow.
Yep. And I will. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll end my turn there.
All right, beautiful. Rock. Do we have orders for the little guy?
Just so we're not using any spells for him, just firebolt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could firebolt at the drow you can see. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to move a bit first, though. Oh,
30
got it.
feet. Yeah, he should be good.
Unless
there,
unless he
It's
wouldn't
tight,
do that with all the spider webs.
yeah, or like this
Um,
corner is blocking him.
Yeah. Like what else? What else does he have? Like.
Do you want to look at his spell book?
Well, Al can see it, can he?
Yeah. All like very fire related spells, scorching ray, fireball, burning hands. If we're getting into battle, he might want to mage armor.
Yeah, actually, he would do that. Yeah, I'd say do that.
So
That seems to be the
Okay.
first thing he does every time we get into battle. So
He probably would have
just
even.
gonna go, oh, and just cast mage armor upon himself.
Awesome. All right. As the mage armor encases Rock's body, he is now has a little more arcane protection.
yeah, I'd say just end it there.
And chill
That
for a turn.
That way, we're not getting him into anything yet.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So Rock just prepares for combat there. So we go to Zakid.
I guess not knowing that there is a drow
Mm-hmm.
up here, he's gonna walk forward, and you can let me know when they would be in vision.
Yeah.
So Zakid is just gonna slowly move upwards.
There you go. As you get that spot right beside Xarxius, you're able to see a second drow come into focus at the north end.
So Zakid is going to look towards them, and almost like Professor X, like 2 fingers to his forehead. He's just gonna say, "Come here, give me your weapons," and cast suggestion.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Okay. So this is a 30-foot radius. Damn. Okay.
And DC, what's that, 15?
15.
15 wisdom, yeah.
Okay. As the psychic message leaves Zakid's head here, we're gonna see how it affects these drow. Wow.
Oh.
So the drow who you first saw there shakes it off. She looks up, and now you see the person who she was making eyes with at the beginning of the battle there, and you see her expression turn to one of dismay. So what are you doing? As this drow cultist at the top starts to obediently walk towards you, Zakid. And oh wait, so does he do this right now as a reaction, or would this be on his turn?
If the suggest activity can be completed in a shorter time, spell end.
Yeah, it says if you fail to save, you have to pursue the course of action described to the best of its ability.
Yeah, so it doesn't say on the next turn or anything. Yeah, he just does that. Okay, it's just a course of action continue for the entire duration. Okay. Yeah, so your suggestion was again to drop weapons in front of you?
Yep.
Okay. Obeying your command, the drow cultist draws his short sword from its sheath, lays it down on the ground in front of you. He removes a hand crossbow from his arm, lays it down in front of you, and having completed that, just kind of shakes his head. You can see he's starting to face kind of turns, starting to be like, "What the hell have I just done?"
So I'm gonna politely thank him.
Okay.
Just be like, "You did a great job," type of thing, just to confuse him a little bit.
Okay.
And then almost just to be like a cocky bird.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Wait, sorry. No, go ahead. No, keep talking.
He's gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on Xarxius.
Okay.
Almost like playing a tune just to like, confuse him more. It's like, why is this guy celebrating? And then I guess if I can say something, right?
Yeah,
like
you like for your turn.
Like you're allowed to say one thing or something.
Like just for your turn in general, or for that last spell you
like
used,
to end my turn. Like I want to.
Oh
say
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, your 6 seconds of dialogue, absolutely, man.
So I'm gonna look in the direction of the other drow, and just say, "Do we really have to fight?"
Okay.
Yes.
He didn't ask you.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, sorry.
And then end my turn.
Good to know. Good to know. Okay. So that brings us to the drow who just laid down his stuff before you. So understanding the spell here, it just, after it's what has been done, it's over, right? So.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's going to, he just kind of shakes his head. He gets his bearings, kind of sees him standing in front of you there, and sees his sword, his crossbow lying down in front of you, and he is just going to, in a panic, he is going to raise his hand and cast.
Oh damn.
Darkness. Yes, Saki.
There's something. It would be meta if I suggested it. So
Okay.
I'll just let it happen.
Use your discretion. But yeah,
So,
I'm certainly cool with it.
If we truly thought like Jess, and if he wanted to, I believe he could counterspell. But I don't know if he would want to, is the question.
I'll leave that up to you guys, because you guys kind of have control of his spellbook right now. So,
What do you guys think?
I mean,
10 minutes. Ooh.
yeah, I don't know. I don't have any idea.
If we kill this guy, does this end?
The magical
yeah.
spell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's concentration. So
All right. Well, why don't we just kill this fucker?
okay.
Well, the problem is we're going to have to do it in the dark now, unless somebody. Yeah. Anyway,
mhm.
yeah, just let it happen. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It'll be
Okay.
fine.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as the darkness spreads out, this is a thick darkness you've never encountered any of you before. In a non-natural setting, it's I'm supposed to. Those of you who have some magical abilities are aware of this, but it overwhelms your night vision goggles, the key. It overwhelms all your natural dark vision, Xarxius and Rock. And your light that was cast on you, Ragnus, is also all of a sudden the lights have gone out and it's just pitch black again for you. Zaki, Xarxius, you do hear the cultist who would cast the spell starting to scamper away. You guys can go ahead and make some attacks of opportunity there if you so desire.
Yep.
Stabbing at the general direction of this guy.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to attack him with the war pick I previously picked up.
Okay. Awesome, man. I'm just checking if it is a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Because we're in darkness.
Yeah, it's saying it should be it kind of cancels out though because he's on the outside of the darkness, right? So technically he doesn't have true vision, so he can't see you either, so he doesn't know where where your stabbing is going to come from, right? So technically that would cancel out the advantage. So yeah, go ahead and make an attack as normal.
All right, so 16.
Okay, so 16 to hit. That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage, Sakid. You hit it for 5 there, yeah? Or no, that was your second.
No, that was my
second. Second roll, yeah. Okay, so doing 4 piercing damage to him there. Xarxius, your rapier does go wide, unfortunately. But he does get tinged for 4 points of piercing damage there from Sakid as he makes his way back and somewhat out of sight for the characters there. Is he gonna hold there? I guess he's gonna hold there. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that would be his turn there. That brings us to Ragnus, standing in a complete dark area around you. You can still feel rock with your right hand there, or obviously you have your weapon in your hand, but you can reach out and feel him. You still feel the wall of the cave on your other hand, on the other side there, but yeah, pitch black all around you.
All right, so Ragnus kind of just drops low in a crouch. He's gonna use his one hand to guide about a step up to help him move forward this way. Yes. And then, staying there, you're gonna see he's gonna almost kind of it looks like he starts to daydream almost, like what's going on with this guy type deal, like he's falling asleep almost. And then I am going to cast Manifest Echo. About right here, as far as I can get. I don't know where I'm casting it. I just know in this general vicinity, over in this area where I can see. Are kind of where I seen before the darkness came. So wherever that lands, I'm not sure, but I'm going to throw it out as far as I can that way.
And flickering to life in the end of the darkness is a second Ragnus. Nobody in the party can see this at the moment as they're still all standing in complete darkness, but Ragnus, yeah, you have successfully created an echo.
Okay.
Awesome.
So, will I be able to get to this guy?
Oh yeah, you still have your full movement.
Alright, I still have my actions here, so I'm going to go to this guy, I'm going to move to him, and I'm going to take a swing with the great axe at him.
Alright, go for it.
Alright.
Is that Manifest Echo? Is that oh yeah, it is a bonus action. That's awesome.
Wow.
That's super cool.
It's a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
13 to hit.
13. Sorry, I was just changing your title there so we can keep track of which is the echo, which is the original. 13. Oh, that is just gonna miss, unfortunately, as your swing of the axe there just goes wide.
I'm gonna take it back and I'm trying to hit him again on the reverse swing.
Yep, coming back the other way.
Coming back. Come on.
With the orcish great axe. 20. Definitely gonna make contact this time. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Come on. Oh, slam it down.
Oh, shit.
Oh, 17 damage. Boom! A brutal blow with the axe. You bring this drow to her his. You bring this drow to his knees with that, writhing in pain as you remove the axe from the wound. He is not looking well.
And then the echo kind of like almost like a faint distortion. Like he's not moving like quickly or fluidly, but he brings the axe just under the chin, so the flat surface of the axe under the chin. He slowly raises the drow's head. It's your turn, fucker.
Oh shit.
Then I'll end my turn.
Very good. Okay, so that will bring us top of the round to that drow who just took that savage shot. Okay. What is he going to do? Alright, he is going to strengthen his resolve, place his hand on his short sword, and you just see him spit blood as he speaks to you, Ragnus. It says, "For the Spider Queen." And he lashes out at you with his short sword. 14 to hit.
That will not.
As that blow is deflected away, goes harmlessly away. Drow looks behind him, and he attempts to slink back into the passage behind. You will get an attack of opportunity here if you choose, Ragnus. Ragnus' echo.
That was a mistake.
Oh yeah. Roll that damage.
Fucking bring it down. Come on.
Oh! Ragnus, how do you want to do this?
Oh, right between the fucking shoulder blades. Just drag it down slowly.
Falls dead. Almost wrapped up in the spider webs around him as he falls from that mighty savage blow with... I guess it would still be right there. He didn't even get away. Yeah, your echo has destroyed this drow.
Excellent.
Xarxius.
Okay, so Xarxius, being familiar with what's going on because he himself can cast darkness, just takes one step out. And
all right, you are out of the dark.
And seeing this thing running away, he's going to lift up his heavy crossbow and let one fly.
Absolutely. Go ahead, roll for attack.
Ah,
13.
God, I'm rolling like shit tonight.
Yeah, that sucks, man. Sorry, 13 just goes wide. Hits in the ceiling of the cavern.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna dash after it.
Oh, ace.
So
go for it.
2, 5,
30.
So, yeah,
You're
I'm
right.
gonna run up next to it.
You're right there. You're right up in his grill.
And so I ran away from my mage hand, so my mage hand's gone now.
Okay, so you're 30 feet away from it, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
And I used my bonus action to dash, so I can't move it. So.
Okay, gotcha. Right on. All right, so your mage hand fades from reality, but yeah, you are now right up in the face of this drow cultist.
And yeah, I'll just end my turn there.
Okay, perfect.
I'll say something like "Don't run" or something like that, and just end my turn.
Awesome. All right, so that brings us to Rock.
Moving forward, see what he can see.
Yeah, I'd say move.
Yeah, move, because he'd be familiar with this too, right? With darkness.
Does he have a light? Does he have a light spell?
Sure, he does.
He would know
he would know it's magical darkness, I'm sure, with innate arcane knowledge, and probably know, how to deal with it. Don't panic.
Yeah. So I would say have him just move forward at like half speed or something, since he's feeling his way through.
Good call.
Just have him move forward.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah,
And he'd
kind of
have to-
just like, doing the like walk like you just lost your vision, hands in front of you, kind of walking through the darkness.
And he'd
Rock
have
moves.
to walk his way around Ragnus and stuff there. So
Yeah, and he's a small guy in the cobweb, so he's kind of stepping over him and trying to push more to the side on his way.
These are, so just to be clear, these are cobwebs that, you guys are still able to go through relatively easily. Yeah, you have Ragnus with your echo looking down the passage that you see, and Xarxius where you see too. You're starting to look down these passages behind and seeing the webs becoming much, much thicker and becoming something where it seems to be even like a full obstruction.
okay.
So I guess Rock will fumble his way, like just out. Is this out? Be considered outside or inside?
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, so we'll say we use 20 feet of motion there, and he is now, he can now see Ragnus's echo in front of him, and he's right on the borderline of the darkness.
He's gonna look at Ragnus's echo and just be like, "Whew, guess you made it out safe."
Yeah.
I feel like that's exactly
assuming-
what he would do.
Yeah, assuming it is Ragnus himself. And yeah, I don't know what we should do for his action.
I would say just
Yeah, that's probably good there. Yeah, that's probably good there.
yeah.
So in there, okay.
Yeah, because nobody's really been hurt yet. I took 1 point of damage. That's it.
Let's say he readies firebolt. That if
Okay.
the person's coming towards him, he fires it off, but he won't
Sure.
actually fire it off. So
Yep.
you see a little
Okay.
flame on his staff.
Perfect.
Just kind of preparing to defend himself.
Love it. Awesome. All right, so that will end Rock's turn. Zakid.
Zakid, in a very similar fashion, will stumble his way through the last bit of darkness. Look around to kind of like get his bearings. Ragnus and Rock standing there to his south. He'll look around for any enemy and just continue a little bit further. Once he sees Xarxius sitting there, will I be seeing the drow from here or not?
You can see the drow from there, but he's being blocked by Xarxius. Like it would be if you are going to attempt a ranged attack, it would be a difficult shot.
Let's see. I don't want to use another spell slot. I will also, for now, just ready poison spray.
Okay.
I don't think I will attack this turn.
So if an enemy comes within range, you will let loose a poison spray.
Yeah, like more so. Like I'm pretty sure they're already in range, but more so. Oh no, it's only 10 feet. So yes, within range, but more particularly when Xarxius is not between.
Right, avoiding any friendly fire.
Yep.
All right, perfect.
And then my turn.
All right, good to know. That will bring us to this cultist here. With you right on his tail, Xarxius, he's panically looking back, and he is going to attempt to move through these thick spider webs in front of you there. So he is going to need to roll something here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so as he attempts to get through the spider webs, Xarxius, you see one arm get caught, and then a leg, and then oh, you probably shouldn't, but he spins around like almost in panic, and the webs wrap him up even more. He is now staring directly at you, Xarxius. Teeth gritted, eyes like panicking, looking around, but he is restrained within these spider webs. There's restrained. Boom.
So,
And
do I get an attack of opportunity since he ran away from me?
yeah, I would say so for sure.
So I'm going to. Hey, there's our little gnome friend. Anyway, but
nice. We kept him alive.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and. I'm just gonna try to stick him with my dagger.
Okay.
Just kind of as like a. Almost to let him know that I'm just toying with him right now.
All right. Absolutely, yes. Sounds good. Go ahead and roll. That's going to hit. 17. Go ahead and roll damage.
There's no backstab on there, is it? Because he's not... I mean, he was running away, but that'd be before he really ran away.
I would say the restraint, happened after, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we'll still get you. Yeah, you're still going to get a nice slash of 8 points of damage across the back of this guy before he goes. So he's bleeding now, and he's also restrained in this spider web here. Ugh. He's totally caught. That ends his turn. Ragnus.
Alright, so am I still blinded, or now that this guy's caught, we're good?
Yeah, no, he is still concentrate. Actually, does attack end concentration?
No, that's not a concentration spell, is it?
Darkness is.
Oh, I didn't think it was. I thought it was just a time.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Attacks.
Oh yeah, there's concentration.
Yeah. So do attacks end concentration?
Yeah, usually if they get hit, it drops concentration.
Or they have to like roll a con save or something.
Yeah.
I know you can cast another spell. You can do that. Well,
yeah.
Right. All right. Well, yeah, we're gonna.
Fine for now. That's fine for now then.
So yeah.
Let's see.
We're gonna come back to that and look that up. Yeah.
All right. So we'll do this then. So Ragnus will kind of just put his arm and keep on the wall in that corner where he's at, and I'm just gonna make my way around there and see if I can work my way out of the darkness.
Okay. Yeah, you know what we're going to say, guys? We're going to say, with that, him taking that attack and him becoming restrained, he has lost concentration on that darkness. So, Ragnus, as you're making your way slowly through the darkness, all of a sudden, it just sucks back into a 0 point. And, now, once again, Zaki's light is illuminating the area around you.
That was roughly 10 feet, 15 feet, I think?
That is 10 feet you've moved so far.
10 feet. Sorry. I'm gonna go another 10. I'll go another 10. Just in front of, or off to the side here for Zakib, so I don't impair his movement. And then I will have my Echo move right here, block this little way.
Okay.
And that should be about pretty much my movement.
Your Echo goes there.
And I will just ready the great axe, so just in case.
Everybody comes within range. Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Sounds good, gentlemen. Okay. With this, with this guy now restrained and utterly incapacitated, we're gonna go ahead and end combat.
So Xarxius will walk up to him and say,
Mm-hmm.
"Exactly what was your plan? Where were you going?"
He's like still struggling in the web. He looks at you, Xarxius. He just spits some blood in your face.
So Xarxius will kind of like, he'll just kind of smile, not even really wipe the blood off, and he'll pull out his scimitar. Not his scimitar. What do I have?
Your rapier.
My rapier, yes, that's the kind of sword I have. Pull out his rapier and just put it right on his throat and attempt to just slide it through his neck.
Oh shit! Like you're going for the attack.
Oh yeah, I'm killing him.
Oh damn! Okay, roll. Go ahead, roll attack with advantage.
Well done. Ragnus is clapping.
20 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Since he's restrained, I do have backstab on that, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's an advantage. That's a sneak attack, technically. Exactly what you needed.
Oh.
As you, Xarxius, as you end this drow's life, and he, withdrawing the blade again, just goes slumps down in the webbing there in front of you. Yeah.
So as he, falls lifeless, I will pull my sword back out and kind of use it to cut the webs around it.
Okay.
And to where it's just laying on the ground, like wrapped up in the webs, and just kind of the webs are then out of the way in this little spot here, Just kind of clean it up a little bit, and then I'll turn around to Ragnus and kind of with a smile on my face, just look at him and say, "How'd I do?"
Form. Good form. Tighten the wrist a little more next time. You'll cleaner cut.
Oh, I thank you for the constructive criticism.
Of course.
And then so I'll walk back and look towards Zakid and say, well, it looks like we have one of two choices, one of two paths. This one's cleared a little bit already. And if I had to guess, this guy was running somewhere. Now, having said that, like he got caught in this web here, so it obviously, people haven't been coming through here too regularly, at least not drow. Maybe the web spinning folk.
Zakid looks at Xarxius and kind of like anxiously nods. Like he looks around, seeing like the beds here, and kind of deduces that they've been sleeping in this area as well. Yes, he continues just to be anxious within this cavern, but looks forward and says, I feel I would much rather fight a drow than whatever horrors lurk in this cavern.
You're probably right, but it's doesn't look like we have much of a choice. I say that we keep going this way since it's already been cleared a little bit, and maybe if we can proceed and keep Ragnus's echo back there, or our second Ragnus in the back of the pack, so at least if something would hit us from a sneak, at least that would take the brunt of the first blow. And if they miss, then that sucks to be them.
Would any of us have any knowledge of, I guess, spider webs, or like best way to cut them, move them, burn them, disintegrate them?
Yeah, why don't you proposing that as a key, as you kind of ask this to the group, why don't we have the group all just make a general intelligence check, or survival check, whatever's nature or survival check. We'll go with one of those two.
Nature or
survival with advantage.
You would, yeah. Mr. Outlander. Oh, dang.
Oh,
Some nat
dude.
20s.
Damn.
There we go.
What?
All right.
Oh,
So
we all know a shit ton about spider webs.
you guys know a shit ton about spiders. So much so that you guys get the full readout here. Yeah. So you guys throw that in the chat there. Oops. Ignore. Who said that?
Oh, maybe we shouldn't go this way.
Oh, Foundry. Yeah.
Just messing.
All right.
Oh, terrain. Okay.
Yeah. So it's considered difficult terrain. Yeah. Your first time going through a web, you have to roll a dex save, DC of 12, or become restrained. You can. Oh, you also know this. You would also know this. So, yeah.
With the 10, does Zakid know this?
We'll say that you guys all just collectively shared this with those nat 20s in there and everything. This became well known to all of you.
Yeah. No, Zakid's definitely in a following type of position here. Just outright nerves.
Okay.
So Xarxius will definitely take the front, and you know, being as that he has, who we lose, Jess.
Just back in there.
Yeah, because I would offer to take the front, but I'm so big in this small area, you won't have a clear shot over me.
Yeah.
If we need
it. I'll stay in the front because I can, I'll use my rapier to kind of clear what I can, and then if the need arises, I have firebolt that I can cast.
Okay.
As a cantrip. So.
All right. Zakid, would you want to stay in the middle or would you want to stay in the back?
Zakid's probably would prefer to be somewhere in the middle, I think.
As you say this, Ragnus is going to swap places with his echo.
Nice.
Nice.
And then upon doing that, so yeah, main Ragnus will go over here. Upon doing that, he's going to kill that echo for now. Okay. I'll take the rear.
As that echo just kind of shudders out, just kind of like that. Oh man, yeah, that's cool. Like that, he was like Ragnus was saying originally when he was describing his guy, that kind of like shadowy, filtery effect on the second form of him, just flitters out of existence.
All right, so yeah, I'd say let's proceed, and I will I'll pull out my rapier and start cutting webs as I go, and just wiping them off on the wall, that kind of thing,
Yeah, absolutely. So just as a formality, go ahead and make just an attack against the final little section. You only have this kind of section here left to cut. You already kind of dealt with the one where the cultist was, but if you want to get to that point and cut through, just make an attack with your rapier there.
God.
10 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Yeah, if you guys are out of combat, maybe I won't. Yeah, okay, so 7, but you probably would take another turn then hacking away. So just to expedite this then for good stuff. We'll once if you guys are out of combat, we'll just say you take your time and you're able to cut through. So
okay,
yeah, so you're able to clear the webs in that section there. Xarxius, as you continue your way down this cramped passageway. It's all the hallway. Sorry, go ahead.
As I'm here, can I look and see if this cultist had anything on it?
You can make an investigation check as you pass him there.
Oh. I don't even realize he's there anymore.
Yeah, jeez, yeah. Yeah, you were able to, as he had taken his weapons out, which were still on the ground in the other chamber there. Yeah, just kind of with the webbing and everything around him there, you're not able to, even to find pockets to go through or anything like that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, so Xarxius making his way down the passageway there. Yeah, again, all the hallways and the narrow passageways in this cavern all have very, very narrow, all less than, in between 5 and 10 feet. Nothing ever over 10 though. It's tight. It's claustrophobic in here. Again, just those slick walls of this dank cavern. Occasional drip coming down from the top of the ceiling in this somewhat unpleasant place.
So as I get here, and I see around this corner here, I'm gonna put my, put my weight hand back to rock, and say, I have at least one spider right here to the left. I would say prepare yourself for a fight.
And Jess isn't on the chat right now, unfortunately.
Right.
But right on. Xarxius, around your corner, as you see that spider, it's up in the top corner, and as you see it's just a writhing mass. And as you focus your eyes a little more quietly around the corner, you determine that it appears not to be one spider, but many. A swarm, if you will, congregating within this web.
So as I see that, I'm going to prepare to cast Firebolt.
Okay.
In that direction.
Perfect. All right, Xarxius prepares his Firebolt. Anybody else? What are we doing?
Ragnus is still ready in the back, but at this point, I do not see what Xarxius is doing. Or what he sees, maybe, is better to say.
Yeah, I will ready a cantrip.
Doki?
So...
Yeah.
The plan is, as the kid walks forward, like, if anyone kind of, like, pops out of nowhere and attacks him, I'm going to cast Blade Ward.
Alright, so Jess, are you with us?
Or are you against us?
Yeah. Line in the sand.
He appears to be here.
Yeah.
Might be on mute.
Or just getting his, if he just got home, getting his stuff in line and everything.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, I think I'm just gonna walk around the corner and just let that firebolt fly right at that swarm of spiders.
Just blast him.
Yep.
Do it, buddy. Go for it. So Xarxius just calmly walks around the corner.
Yep.
Let's fly with his fire bolt. Go ahead and make an attack there, my friend.
God, my rolls.
15. Yeah, it's still gonna hit though. No problem. Go ahead, roll damage.
Thank God.
Dealing 9 damage. That swarm of spiders. So as the bolt leaves your hand and incinerates the webbing in the corner here, you hear like little mini like hissing, and I don't know what sounds like a swarm of spiders would make. I guess like I'm picturing like a it's like a bunch of them incinerate up there. But to your horror, you see that despite burning out a good quantity of them, many more of them did survive, and they are now beginning to trickle down along the walls, kind of forming in and out of this clump of spiders and coming directly at you now, Xarxius. And they get to about right there. Zakid, are you gonna, and did Rock have one queued too? I'm sorry. Yeah, for him. Or?
I don't remember for Rock. Zakid's was more of a. The thing he had readied was more of like a reaction as a defensive thing. So.
Okay. Do you want to cast that on Xarxius or?
I don't. Can I cast that on someone?
Oh, it's only on self. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Nope,
Okay.
all good.
Okay. Sounds good. And yeah, we're gonna say that swarm spiders is lashing out towards you there, Xarxius. I'm just gonna have everybody roll for initiative here real quick.
Buddy.
Big old 9.
Oh yeah.
20,
Oh, there we go.
Damn. Nice.
And swarm spiders. I don't know why the cultist would be on there. All right. Beautiful. Okay. So Ragnus, back of the pack. You are first with initiative here, my friend.
Oh, I can't see a fucking thing. All right, I'll take a step
Guess not.
forward towards the Zakid. Oh, I can't. Fuck. Ragnus will again just kind of taking up the back, make sure nobody kind of sneaks up behind us with these guys there, and I'll just be ready. So if anybody comes around that fucking corner, I'm swinging my axe.
All right, you got a melee attack prepared.
All right, then that'll be it for Ragnus.
Good stuff. Swarm of spiders. They start to just crawl over your boots, Xarxius, and start to try to crawl up your body there. And they are going to try to hit you with a bite.
Bring it on, you little fuckers.
I've been drinking Mountain Dew all goddamn day.
Y'all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
So 17 to hit there.
Oh yeah.
All right. So that will hit. So hundreds of little biting mouths can rip at your clothing, your flesh, hitting you for 10 damage there.
Okay,
And
so
yeah, go ahead.
as a reaction, whenever they do this, they need to make a dexterity saving throw because flames just completely surround them, and yeah, they have to make a dex save of 13.
Just saves.
Oh, bastards!
Dang.
All
Yeah,
right.
that would have been pretty badass.
So then,
I'll take
Yeah,
half
so
that
then I'll
damage,
just-
though.
well, I can't because I use my reaction to do hellish rebuke, so I can't do uncanny dodge. Unless you can do 2 reactions at once.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, so
Oh,
yeah,
no.
still roll damage on that. Yeah, Jess was saying. Yeah, so it's still
Oh,
still
I get
gonna
what you're saying. They
still gonna be
take
some damage,
I
but it's
gotcha.
just half. Yeah.
Okay, that makes way more sense. I was like, damn. So, okay, so damage, and they would take. Yeah.
All right, so 3 damage.
And then I
All
take.
right. Yes, sir.
If I had my shield up, I
Alright.
would take some of that, but I don't have my shield up yet.
You do have
You-
mage armor up.
You
Rob.
do have mage armor on though. Yeah.
Oh, I do have.
Yeah,
Did
we
you-
cast it as your first action.
Wait.
You should have already changed it on your sheet as well.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Looked at that.
So that will end the spider's turn. I'll bring you to use Xarxius.
So Xarxius will. Let me see how I want to do this. Would you allow me to, like, do you think I could cast Shocking Grasp and like shock all these things that are, on me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think that would work?
It's a melee attack. Yeah, a melee
Yeah.
spell attack. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I'm just gonna electrify myself
Okay.
and try to, shock these things.
Try to take these things out. Yeah, they've kind of receded a bit, so the bulk of them are now kind of on the floor in front of you. Oh yeah, and your electricity, you feel it connect with all their little bodies there. Go ahead and roll for damage with that. Doing 8 damage as you hear them just kind of like pop like popcorn. Some of them the steam rises from them from the electricity. There are maybe a handful of spiders left, not many. As you've dealt with the vast majority of them.
And I'll take one step to the side so that Rock can get to them. And,
okay.
And then end my turn.
So that will open you up to an attack of opportunity there from the spiders. So they are going to just take one last desperate bite at you. Seeing what they can do, Xarxius. 18 to hit.
Yep.
So it's only 2d4 though, because there are only a few of them now. So we have to do it manually here. So doing 6 damage to you, Xarxius.
All right. Well, I'm going to use Uncanny Dodge on that one. So
okay. Okay, good stuff. All right, and that brings us to Rock. Zakid.
So I guess 2 questions to decide what I do. How tall is this tunnelway? Or I guess how high is this tunnelway, and how tall is Rock?
That's a good question. Rock, how tall are you?
3 feet?
3'10". It says on your character sheet.
I was gonna say perfect. I was gonna say just under 4, so that backs up
nice.
what I was gonna say.
Accurate.
Perfect. I got it right off your biography there, my man. So.
Beautiful.
Okay, so he is 3'10". You're looking at about a like 7, maybe 7.5 foot tall cavern here. So there is a gap, but it's it's pretty tight. It'll be pretty tight.
So Zakid is going to kind of walk up. He's going to put his arm on Rock's shoulder, almost using it like a tripod, but in the hopes that any spell going outwards will at least not hit him if it
okay.
goes terribly wrong.
Leapfrog?
For sure.
He's going to cast... Actually, how far away is that? Straight 10. Is that corner in my way, or can I see?
No, you can just get a line on them there. Yeah.
Okay. I'll cast like 5 fingers spread, like palm forward, and I'm just gonna cast poison spray.
All right. So that is just a con save for the spiders there. Hold on, let's see if they. Okay, no, sorry, I was just seeing if they had any damage resistance to poison, but they do not. Okay, they're gonna fail that. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, sorry.
It's 2d12.
Did you do it second level?
Dang, a lot of poison. Yeah.
It kind of amped up with levels.
Oh, at 5th level. Oh, this is just a cantrip. Nice.
It's a cantrip, yeah.
Cantrip, yeah.
All right. So, Zakid, as you kind of stand on Rock's back, almost just getting a little leverage there, just lashing out with your hand with this spray of noxious poison, like a can of Raid, taking care of a final batch of bugs here. The last of the spiders squirm and die.
And then Zakid will bring his hand back and do like the blowing out the pistol, but just blowing out all 4 fingers.
Nice.
So,
right.
Does that spray, immediately go away?
Yeah, it doesn't linger.
All right, so Xarxius will move forward into this and kind of first look at that corner where the where they were sitting and see if there's anything there that they were like feeding on or anything like that.
Yeah, you can definitely make an investigation check there, Xarxius.
All right.
To scan that darkened corner.
I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm gonna roll a 3 right here. That's how we're going.
Big 5.
Hey, look at that.
A 6. Yeah. Yeah, tough to get a read.
I rolled a 5.
It's just it just looks like just a normal spider nest to you from what you can see. Nothing super interesting in this in the corner. Yeah.
All right, then
wasn't a high DC needed for that one.
Yeah. So I'll look over here and what do I see here to my right?
Yeah, you're looking so as you turn the corner here in this passage, you see before you and you almost kick a pebble that you hear go fall down into the pits here. You see two sets of massive pits here. So we're looking about 10 feet deep, housing a multitude of menacing, sharpened spikes.
Oh.
Okay.
Has anybody investigated this guy behind us? Sorry about that. Just right here. Let's do.
Oh, the drow cultist there. Yeah. Xarxius attempted to look at him.
Yeah. I
didn't find
back
much though with his rolls. So.
Oh, okay, he didn't find much. I was just gonna see if he had anything on him, but that's alright.
Yeah, you could make a investigation check.
Yeah, you totally can.
Oh, alright.
Reloot. He is dead.
Oh.
6 again. That's the exact same thing that Xarxius got when he searched him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, difficult to find anything, Ragnus. He's unarmed because Zakid had asked him to remove his arms, and just with where all the webbing is placed along it, it's tough to find a discernible pocket or anything where you might maybe be able to find some valuables.
Listen, so death as he was in life.
So I'll turn to Rock and I'll be like, hey, there's 2 pits right here. I don't know. It seems as though there's something past them, but I don't know of how we would get across there. So perhaps we should proceed.
Teleport past him. Couldn't.
Oh yeah, you could Misty Step.
Couldn't help anyone else though.
Yeah, right. I'd say you can if you want to go look, because I mean, if worst comes to worst, you can always Misty Step back across, I guess.
Ragnus can just throw us over one by one.
If it was a little taller, probably.
Yeah, if I had more ceiling room, I'd give it a shot.
Ooh, I have an idea. Well, I'll see what happens with Rock, and then.
Yeah, so the passageway here, you do know it is a little wider and a little taller than you're used to in most of the rest of the caverns here. It's probably about 10 feet tall, the ceilings here. And the top of the ceiling is just lined with thick webbing.
So yeah, I guess Rock, if you want to go check it out, you can always come back if something is alarming.
Zakid will kind of pop his head around the corner and just say,
and if we need to do it,
I think I can get us all across.
How's that?
Well, along my travels of becoming one of the best bards in existence, just arrogantly, he's gonna start to explain that he has that performance of creation, which I'll just flash on so I don't have to explain the whole thing. And say I might be able to create us a makeshift bridge to get across. And my idea is some planks of wood, some I don't know if I can create it as a full thing or as materials.
Yeah, how big is a large item? There are more details.
Is medium.
You can just do medium
or large. I think so.
Just at what level you can do a bigger one, right?
Yeah, so I think next level I can move up to large.
Oh, is that, are we at 50?
So,
So medium would just take up 10 feet then?
is that all it is?
Yeah.
Okay, well, could I?
It says within 10 feet of you.
10 feet of me.
So that's the range of the spell, right?
Yeah, 3
Yeah,
hours,
so I would say
item is
yeah.
60 gold P or under.
I think the space is you got 10 feet to work with, and you have 5. You have to cast it 5 feet around. That's your range, right?
5 feet's the range, correct? Yeah, and it can only go. Yeah, so you would be able to make something for that would go 10 feet across there, Zakid.
So that'd be like halfway.
That would get you halfway.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll just move on past this for now. If we find something that could help us get across there, if
If it's our only way left,
we'll come back.
if nothing else, we can come back and zip across. We'll figure something.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean we have the lower one here, like that we were originally on, or we can go back and go down too. To the room where the 2 cultists were. Yeah, we can go that way, or go back through the cultist bedroom there.
Let's go down.
I would say, yeah.
Zakid's again just following along.
Yeah, so Zakid will, or Xarxius will go back in front of Rock.
Okay, Xarxius, the moment you do, you hear a noise.
Okay.
It's almost a hissing. And
fantastic.
yes. And you feel what appears to be some fresh web getting shot in your direction, my friend.
Fantastic.
As lying in stealth was a wolf spider around the corner here. So he is going to go ahead and try to... What do we got here? It's 30 feet. So yeah, so he's going to just try to encase you all. Okay, wait, so... Okay, no shit. Wait, what was going on? Oh yeah, no, so yeah, so it's yeah, it is on someone. Yeah, it's on a... One actions. Hold on. Ranged weapon attack. Oh yeah, one creature. Yeah, it's on one creature. Yeah. Yeah, so that was on you there, Xarxius. Okay, yeah, sorry. 18 to hit, my friend.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
so,
Ryan, if you could stop rolling so high against me.
Yeah, I know. It's been like
some of
these
those down.
these spiders have been yeah, doing
They're
well.
hungry.
Okay, so yeah, so you are hit with some webbing there, Xarxius, as it starts to wrap around your body, and you are now restrained.
Okay. I don't get like a saving throw or anything on it.
We will now, as we are going to go back into combat. So if I could get everybody to roll for initiative, please.
God damn it.
Actually rolled decently.
Hey, there you go, Al.
Dang, Rock's been having some high ones too.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so with initiative set there. Rock, you're first up, my friend.
Okay. I think seeing that's why something Peter Rock just pulls his staff up. And he's gonna fire a firebolt if he can around that corner.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm just trying to think if the webbing would affect Xarxius. If the fire would affect Xarxius. Yeah, no. So it's so you're encased. It's separate from the spider. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say even if it does, I have resistance to fire damage.
Oh, do you?
It's a devil.
Yeah. Yeah,
Tiefling?
I'm a tiefling. Yeah.
Oh, sick, man!
Fucking
Right on.
Hellboy over here, man.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, 23 definitely hits there. Go ahead and roll damage. Whoo! 17 damage as your firebolt leaves the end of your staff and arcs over the struggling Xarxius and lands with a pop right on the wolf spider's face. You see two little arms, two of its little arms come up. It's like screams and like tries to kind of put out the fire that engulfing the front of it. Doing some hard damage to the spider there.
Do you think Rock, being kind of small, could move over past Xarxius? Here.
Yeah, I'd allow it for sure. Yeah, little gnome can, because Xarxius kind of got pinned to the back wall there with that anyway, so I will say you can slide on by him and get to the corner there.
Okay. And, that will be my turn.
Okay, brings us to Zakid.
So Zakid will occupy the space that Rock just left behind. And just say, oh, they just keep coming. And once again, kind of put his hand straight out, five fingers spread, palm out, and I'm going to cast Poison Spray.
All right, once
He just rolls
again,
in here with a can of raid.
Cannerade, yeah, I love it.
Billy the Exterminator.
Fire and poison. Getting all the spiders.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Fuck, boys, we got a live one here.
Yeah, you guys are well equipped for this one. All
You
right.
charm and I melt him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a big time fail there. So he is going to take the full damage here.
Not very much.
Wow. 6
Wow.
poison. So still trying to put out the fire that's still smoldering in its eyes. This wolf spider also, now you see him start to cough and choke. He is in a rough state right now. Just one leg's like kind of twitching in the air. He's disoriented. Yeah, things do not look good for Mr. Spidey.
This time, like.
Oh, sorry.
Gonna...
Sorry.
Well, no, he's just gonna kind of like shake his hand, like, getting the last bits of acid off of it, or poison, and see. Actually. If I move, does he get an attack of opportunity?
Move back?
Yeah, like if I moved here.
I mean, technically you would, but that's going to be tougher. I don't think he would be able to make that, honestly. Like, just in his current state. That would be, this baddie is not going to use his reaction for that.
Okay. And
he would technically, but yeah, he's not going to.
Xarxius is, restrained?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use a reaction to... I guess... No, because it said it was immune to a bunch of...
Oh, so you don't have to help me.
Okay. Well, I won't then.
Yeah.
And yeah, Zakid will kind of step back, knowing that the big man's coming.
Nice.
I'd end my turn.
Okay. So now that brings us to Xarxius.
So Xarxius just kind of like, with the look on his face, seeming more annoyed than anything that this happened. He's just going to be like, I fucking hate spiders! And he's going to cast Firebolt from inside his spiderweb cocoon.
Okay.
To try to get rid of these.
The webs around you.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll for attack on the webs. Oh yeah, definitely hitting there. Go ahead and roll damage. 12, so you're almost able to get them all off you, Xarxius, but unfortunately it's still enough there binding just the key parts of your hands and wrists that you're not able to fully become unfree, but the web is down to its last few points of... Oh, hold on. Sorry, no, it is not normal webbing. It is a spell webbing, which only has 5 health points instead of the normal 15. So yeah, you successfully immolate all the
Oh,
webbing that was keeping you restrained, and you are now free.
All right.
Drop
And
that
so,
status point.
So I will kind of like shake it off, the remnants off and everything, and turn towards Ragnus and say, "Well, big man, you're up next," and I'll pass my turn.
Yes.
Okey doke. That will bring us to the spider.
Hey, Ryan, did I take any damage whenever it hit me with the webbing there, or did it just restrain me?
All it does is restrain. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was just making sure.
Yeah, no worries. So spider is just thinking. Okay. Spider is going to try to Spider's going to try to retreat, but it will be an attack of opportunity for both Rock and Xarxius there. So if you guys want to go ahead and make that
Initiative.
you can certainly try.
Well, you better believe I will.
I would be disappointed if you didn't.
Rock is not going to actually saving his reaction for a possible spell if needed.
Okay. Yeah. It's good stuff. Xarxius, you definitely hit with that attack though. Go ahead and roll damage.
And do I get what do we decide?
Oh yeah, you'd have a sneak attack. Yeah, you got Rock sitting right there.
Okay.
That's with
Oh,
sneak
that's true,
attack.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Good lord.
He's down.
Xarxius, how do you want to do this, my friend?
So I'm just gonna take my rapier and just kind of, as it's trying to turn around, just kind of right through the I don't remember what is it the like the ass part of the spider.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
kind of like just
The
straight
thorax.
up. Yeah, straight up the thorax. You make it like a spider kebab.
Oh shit! Right through the web sack.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna lift it up and turn like around to Ragnus and say, "You want a kebab?"
And with that sick exit line, you guys are out of combat once more.
And so then, as Ragnus, do you want a bite of this thing?
So I would like to. I prefer my spiders cooked.
Okay. So then I'll kind of like put it on the ground and put my foot on it and slide my rapier out, and then take my place back at the front of the line in front of Rock.
Rock takes a few steps forward while Xarxius is making a
Okay.
quip.
Hey, Rock.
I'll-
Yeah, you're staring
I'll
down.
let you get back.
Staring down this. This passage. You see, the wall towards the end there, and what appear to be what could be a branching path ahead of you.
Okay. Do I hear anything?
You hear the more twitching of the legs. You hear more sounds of pinchers closing. Just the sense of dread in this area, more and more foreboding. And Xarxius, as you take one step there, you notice to your right some thick webbing and another massive spider staring right down at you. He hasn't moved yet. He's just locking eyes with you.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn and shoot another firebolt just fucking let another one go at him.
Okay.
I'm just in the mood to just let him fly.
Just let it fly. All right, go
Yeah.
for it, man. Roll for attack.
All right, so what? I can't move down for some reason.
No?
Yeah, it's not letting me move.
It's got you blocked there. It might be something with the walling that I did. I might have put a wall too close to the middle of the tile or something.
Excuse him.
Can you get through?
Nope.
Where's my shit
Yeah,
frozen out?
I think Foundry is not responding right now, actually.
Oh,
Okay.
Seems to be working.
Is it?
One sec, I'm just refreshing mine.
Yeah, back to the shit at hand here.
Fireball.
Fireball. Damn it. Here we go
All
again.
right. So as you let loose with that, unfortunately your firebolt does miss, but it does hit the webs behind it. So I'll let you go ahead and make an attack roll for that.
All right. Is it in the webs behind it?
It is.
Ooh.
Okay. So as the fire travels up the webs, burning some of them up behind it, a lot of it does indeed reach the feet in which it's standing in. You hear it scream as it loses 6 points of damage there. This giant tarantula. Xarxius, just as you let loose that, you hear another sound right on your other side. You whirl around 180 degrees. There's another spider staring you down. And sorry to keep doing this to you guys, but I have to throw you all back into initiative.
Never apologize for putting us in initiative.
You need to start letting the fighter up in the
I'm here
front,
for
though.
Yeah, right. Well, see, I was thinking I'd use my fire a lot more effectively, but it's not really working for me. So
You're doing just fine, goddammit. I'm proud of you.
yeah, getting us into some shit here.
The bloodshed, it's beautiful.
All right. And with that, let us begin. Starting with Zakid.
Would I be able to squeeze past rock?
I guess the same rules would apply. It's getting a little narrow in here, so I'm gonna say that's gonna be half your movement to squeeze past rock.
Fair.
Okay. So I will do that.
Okay, you got another 10 feet there still.
And then I assume similar to get past Xarxius.
Yes, I could say you could probably be finished with your movement and pop out on either side of them there.
Okay. I'm going to. Okay, so. Oh man, how do I want to do this so I'm not fucked? Yeah, I guess I'll just kind of go on the other side of them. And then I'll kind of, obviously I'll notice the next giant spider.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, set up so like Xarxius knows like I got his back. He's gonna look down the hallway and cast, let's say Ice Knife at level 2.
Okie dokie. Very nice. Okay, 22. 22 is definitely going to hit. So that's just down here on this long-legged Joro spider.
Yeah,
That's where you had
I
that.
don't think there's anyone around him, but
Okay.
and then so I don't think that hits him again. Just the Ice Knife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'll have to
then
make
you have
that
to make a dex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're both down here.
Okay. Oops, sorry, I didn't make that public. So yeah, dex save was he did save there. But
So it does 9 damage.
so he does 9 damage. Okay. Right on as the ice explodes around that long-legged spider there. Still able with those nimble legs to kind of dance around some of the explosion.
And then if that we're going through a fucking fuck. I'm assuming I can't do something with that last spell. Not that it would change any of the rolls; those would still stand. But I'm wondering. So what I'm thinking of doing, or if I'm able to, maybe we can. I can RP it as a delayed twin spell, as a meta magic, and then try and hit the other one as well. But that's up to you if I've passed.
Oh, that's dope. No, that's cool, man. No, I could say like that's a. So this is just a special like
so I have
thing
to
that
use
sorcerers can do.
Yeah, so I have to use sorcerer points. So
Gotcha.
it's a level 1 spell, so I have to use 1 sorcery point to be able to get a single targeted spell. So if you'll allow that.
As long as the spell at the level between customers is incapable of targeting more than one creature. Isn't the ice knife already you can target more than one creature with that though?
Technically, I can only aim the ice knife, and then it bursts AoE if I hit.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, you made the argument, man. I could see that for sure. Yeah, because you got to hit a target, right, for it to hit. So it's not just like a ranged spell attack. So yeah, go for it, man. Absolutely. I'd say that's totally within the rules. Clever Zakid, thinking of this unique way to use his power of ice there, and that one is also going to hit, man, on the giant tarantula on your right hand as well.
Nice.
It won't be 19. It will be
Damage
9 because the ice doesn't hit them. Just the dagger or the ice knife.
And the fails to taking 19 points of damage. Oh my goodness. So as that one explodes over this giant tarantula, hitting it far worse than the other one. Shards of ice lacerate its body, its legs. A couple of its legs are just completely severed right off, and he is just twitching, limping on the side, on his side, clinging to life after that hit.
So then Zaki's just kind of just like close, like make 2 fists and kind of like shatter any ice left on his hand, and then end his turn.
Very cool. All right, that brings us to Xarxius.
So Xarxius looks over at Zakid and says, "See, who needs the rest of this party?" and he, first looking at the tarantula here closest to him, he will fire the first of his Jim's magic missiles.
Ooh, nice.
At him.
Nice.
This spell is hilarious.
18 hits.
So shoots the first one at him.
So that's over at the tarantula tier on this side, correct?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. All right, so as that dart hits, that finally does in this suffering tarantula and instantly kills him.
And then Xarxius will turn and kind of do the same thing that he saw him do on Rock, kind of lay his arm on his shoulder and shoot the second missile at the Euro spider.
Absolutely. You kind of just like push his shoulder down a little bit, get your arm over as you fire out with that one. That one, however, is going to miss.
And Xarxius, like with his face uncomfortably close to Zakid's, says in kind of like a whisper, he's like, "I swear this never happens." and then fires his third one.
16 hits.
Nice.
Final missile makes contact.
Ooh, but that's the thing with gyms. If you roll a 1 on attack,
It would have hit me, and probably you actually.
yeah. If the attack roll for any missile is 1, all missiles miss their target. And blow
Oh
up in
yeah,
the
that's
face.
true. Yeah.
Dealing
Yeah,
one
I forgot
force
about that.
damage per
Dealing
missile.
1 force per missile.
Yep.
Hilarious. But instead, that one makes it over, dealing 5 damage to the long-legged Euro spider.
And so Zakid, or Xarxius, wanting to make room for Zakid or anyone else to get in here, will just step back 1 and kind of look into this room to see it, make sure there's nothing else, no other spiders in here.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
Can I get right here? I know that's into those
Yep.
webs there.
Yeah, you're into the singed area there, but as you look forward there, Xarxius, further into the chamber where the fire did not reach, thick webs just strewn across. Would be impossible to navigate without destroying first.
Okay. But I don't see any other spiders there or anything.
You don't see any more enemies, to your
Cool.
knowledge.
All right, then I'll end my turn.
Okay. Ragnus the Fearless.
Any left up there? Ragnus take a step forward. And again, going into a trance-like state is going to manifest Echo right here next to Zakid.
Shoot. Ragnar Echo pops in.
Alright. So and then that would be. I think I would move it. Then I will just move, I think, 1 more step up, save room, and then I will just ready the great axe.
Okay, if anything gets within range, you will swing out with that.
Alrighty. That is the turn.
Perfect. Rock Galen.
Hey, Rock. Move down here. If you can shoot a firebolt at the giant tarantula over there.
Alright, nice. Go for it. Say Rock this time, instead of going over the shoulder as a key, he's going underneath the wing to fire this one. Nine is not gonna hit. Spider able to dodge out of the way of that one.
Gonna reach out as a bonus action and touch Ragnar's sword and cast. Oh, I can do that because I have cantrip and a spell. Okay, which weapon? Ragnar's great axe.
Nice. Beautiful.
Just the question, how would that work? Because this is an echo of Ragnar's sword right now, or a great axe.
Mm-hmm.
So would it still be able to enchant it?
That's a non-magical weapon.
I
Probably
mean,
already a magical weapon at that point, isn't it?
We could. I mean, the thing is with the Echo, like when we were reading the rules with them, like it's like. It seems to be a copy of you, the weapon it says the weapon you're wielding and blah blah blah, and like still uses your stats and everything. So yeah, it's a tough call. Like, is the Echo already a magical manifestation? In which case, like more magic can't be applied, or is it like enough of a unique magic where it is like a double of you, and like your inventory can still be. Yeah.
Well, I would say since it can take damage, because like. In our first edition game, I have an illusionist, and all of my illusion spells, like if anything tries to touch it, it doesn't actually touch it, but it goes away because they realize it is an illusion. Whereas this, it actually takes 1 point of damage, so that means that it's hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's actually it's more of a physical.
opinion.
Yeah, it's more of a physical manifestation than like illusion magic, for sure. So yeah, and like, cause we were trying to like figure out too, like what if like does your stealth apply to your echo too and stuff like that? And I'm like, I have to assume it uses all your stats and everything. So I'm gonna say, yeah, it'll work. Like for now, like if I can see anything disproving it, I'll look more into echoes. But it's also like a new class and shit. And I'm sure a lot's up into interpretation. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and allow it. I'm gonna say that yeah, Ragnus, your echoes weapon begins to glow with an energy, and similar to the one you felt in the battle before.
Okay.
Perfect. Excellent.
I'll take
And
it.
that is Rock's turn.
Okie dokie. So that brings us to Mr. Spidey. So Mr. Spider is looking at straight ahead and kind of bears down a little bit, hunches down, and Zakid, you just see it kind of ready itself, and then all of a sudden its abdomen springs forward and it's gonna spray at you. Oh, shot of web.
Definitely hits.
All right, so you are restrained by the thick webbing of the spider there as it wraps around your body and binds you a little bit to the wall behind you. The spider is now going to... he's going to very creepily kind of crawl up the wall. He's like kind of upside down on you now, like hanging. And he is going to kind of crawl back into this back corner of this little alcove and end his turn. All right, top of the round, Zakid, restrained by webbing.
Yeah, Zakid is just gonna, this is kind of like his worst nightmare. Being trapped in the cavern restrained. So he's just gonna
Rage.
He's gonna rage. He's going to just use his strength to try and break through.
All right, go for it. Make a strength check.
It's a regular ability.
Yep.
Yeah.
He trying to flex in this thing, but
I'm
just
just
not
flailing around.
not able to summon the strength yet.
And that's my action. Yeah, I'm just gonna end my turn, I guess. Yeah.
All right, it's
Oh, yeah,
stuck in the
that's
web. Always sucks. All right, so that will bring us to Xarxius.
Okay, so Xarxius will step forward and kind of put a hand on Rock's shoulder and say, "Excuse me, buddy," and kind of like try to push him over to the side so that I can get to Zakid. Will you
Okay.
allow me to do this?
Okay, sorry. Say again, man. Sorry, I was
I'm
on
just-
something else there. My bad.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm just gonna step up to Rock and put my hand on his shoulder and just say, "Excuse me, buddy," and try to like push him back into that, towards Ragnus's real body.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Back in that
just
direction.
just so I can get to Zakid.
Yeah.
and
Shove
then
him.
I'm-
Just generally movement away. We'll say Rock stays in place there, but yeah, you're able to kind of like.
Okay.
We'll do the same thing. Like you got to use like half your movement to get around each other
that's
in
fine.
this. Yeah.
But I'm just gonna go over to Zakid and I'm gonna pull out my rapier and I'm gonna start just trying to cut him free.
Absolutely slipping in there, in this tight confines beside Rock and Ragnus. There, you start hacking away with the rapier. There, go ahead and make an attack.
Hey, there we go.
As you stick in the rapier, kind of in
I'm
this
sorry,
like panic, you
I'm sorry, Al.
you feel all you hear is like, ah! involuntary bird-like squawk coming out of Zakid's mouth there as you realize you hit. You made him you made him bleed there. Yeah, Zakid, roll a what would it be? I guess just roll a 1d4. See how much damage you took from the poke there.
How do you do it? Slash
Oh,
R?
sorry. So it's /R space and then 1d4. You can also click the 1d4 little dice on your tray
at the
there
bottom.
and then hit roll.
Yeah, I just have part of the UI.
Yeah.
Oh, good roll.
Yeah. Good
Good
roll
roll,
up
Al.
for 4 damage. Dang. So actually a bit of a slice there.
So Xarxius is gonna look at Zakid and be like, "Dude, I didn't use fire because I was trying not to hurt you. I'm so sorry."
Zakid
and
is
then-
just gonna look at her and just be like, sure.
and so Xarxius is just gonna step back to this spot right here, and end his turn.
Okay.
Interesting. There's no way my big ass is getting around you guys with that spider. Okay. I am just going to actually command the echo. Wait a second, I gotta be careful here. Okay, so I'm actually gonna command the echo to go and move up here.
Okay. Go for it.
And that's max. And then, yeah, I will just take. This is so cool. I can switch between. I will just move 2 with Ragnus here, and then Ragnus will be kind of still looking down in this direction to avoid any ambush, and this echo is looking in the other direction to avoid any oncoming, and that will be the strategic play for almost an 8-foot giant navigating this cavern.
Yeah, there you go.
All right,
on.
boys. The
As
box is in.
As you do so there, Ragnus, your echo reaches the end of that cavern, over your right shoulder there, you see it has come to an end there. It's a wall. There is a little bit of gap of space in behind the corner there that you haven't been able to peek your head around and see yet.
All right. Oh no. Let's see, 5, 10. Probably, so I
All
can
right.
still move one more space. My echo up one more than I haven't used all my movement yet.
Okay, yeah. You got one more with your echo?
So would he fit in there? Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just take that.
Like if
one
your token
step.
goes, it fits.
All right. I'll take that one step forward, and that's max
Yeah.
movement for Ragnus there.
You step on a trap and are no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so you make it right to the end of the wall there.
Yeah. Hey, if anybody's stepping on a trap, it's got to be the echo.
Sure.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's
right.
the echo
This
for
is
sure.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'll end it there, boys.
All right, that brings us to Rock.
Rock, seeing the attempt of Xarxius, says, let me try to help. And he, just with his hands, is going to go try to rip the webbing off. Now, try not to use any kind of weapon. Just maybe like rip it off. I don't know.
Oh, crazy! All right, make a strength check, Rock.
We're really good at strength.
This is gonna be sick. Gnome strength here just
Plus
rips
0.
rips this web right open.
Rolls it up and throws it at
Yeah.
the spider like a snowball.
Nice.
Just Rock. Just before he does this, you guys see this gnome traveling companion you've been traveling with for 2 weeks now, and you see him do something you've never seen him do before, where he kind of puts his staff aside. He actually rolls up both his sleeves and just summons determination and rips Zakid free with his bare hands, webbing just going strewn everywhere, just attacking with a ferocity you've never seen. Zakid, you are no longer restrained.
Zaki's just gonna like shake loose any cobwebs and just gonna look back over at Rock and just say, "Thank you, my friend." And he's gonna be like, noticeably like almost rattled.
Then I think Rock is gonna try to go down, following that echo, just kind of squeezing up against the wall a little bit, and kind of taking a spot there, hiding away from that spider that we do know is up in the corner. And that's his turn.
Okie doke. Which will bring us to the long-legged Joro spider, which, Zakid, you barely have time to catch your breath after after brushing the webbing off. When you see this, you barely see the movement of these long, slender legs making their way towards you, and feeling a bite come down upon you, or at least an attempt at one.
Alright. Good, decent AC. That's a miss.
Ooh, that's a miss. You still have enough wherewithal around you to be able to avoid the savage, stinging claws of the spider there. The spider, almost offended, like hisses a bit, and then backs herself up. Let's see, 5. So that was... Yes, that was 5. That was 10. Yeah. 5, 10. Okay, so still has 15. Yeah, just because it's going to duck right back into the corner there. Okay. And that will...
Would
Okay.
I get an attack of opportunity?
Technically you would, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks for reminding me there, for sure.
I will take it.
Mhm.
You're just gonna now, like, you're gonna reach back and just, in a panicked, like, action, just gonna, like, try to swipe. Very panicked.
Okay.
So damn
Not
So
quite
fucking
able to make it with the war pick there, but fumbled with it, but the attempt was there.
Yep. Can't say
Okay.
I didn't try.
All right. So as that is the end of round 2 there. 20. Ragnus. Just as that turn, just as you see the police of that, you hear behind you a sudden appearance and a voice shouting out, "For the Spider Queen, interlopers, your time is at an end." And he is going to be added into the turn order here.
Chills, yeah.
It's like a mad dude.
So this dark elf is going to reach out with his hand, and as you guys have already seen, cast a shrouding darkness
Ooh, damn.
upon you all. You are now all enshrouded in darkness. Except for Ragnus, you do have a echo just on the periphery, but it is looking back into just a black abyss in front of it. He's already used his 6 seconds of dialogue, so I guess we'll leave it at that. And that is going to bring us to top of the next round. Zakid.
Yeah. The kid now just totally lost. just claustrophobic in this tunnel. He is just going to walk forward until he can see anything.
Yep, and as you do, you see the massive, its massive body is just crammed up in this little, like, alcove in this cave. It's like a horrific sight because it's, like, bleeding, it's taking some damage, and it's also, like, just crawled up in here, and as it sees you, it just...
So Zakid, once again, is going to panic and just go, ah! And he's going to cast Shocking Grasp.
Alright, go for it.
God damn.
10 is not going to hit, unfortunately.
After
Fumbling with the
stabbed
panic.
your unlucky rolls into me.
The kid really dislikes this cave and this enclosed area. Getting the effect.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, it's playing into he is panicked. He does hate being here. And yeah, just because I kind of like it as RP. Being startled, missing his attack, Zakid is gonna like panic and still like take a couple more steps forward.
Okay. So moving out of attack range, the spider will get an attack of opportunity there.
Mm-hmm.
And attempts a bite on you. Only an 11 though. Yeah, so spider also a little disoriented with the whole situation, and misses with its fangs.
He ends up with just a few feathers in his mouth.
There you go.
And I will end my turn.
All right, cool. Still standing on the periphery of the darkness there as we come to Xarxius, who is within the darkness.
So Xarxius, remembering kind of what the setup was here, will proceed. And I would guess that I heard all of this stuff going on with Zakid trying to use Shocking Grasp and all that stuff. He will run directly in that direction.
Okay. Following Zakid's voice and the sound, you run. All of a sudden, you burst through out of the darkness, and you see Zakid standing right in front of you, and right to your left-hand side, the giant spider.
So, seeing the giant spider, I will kind of, not as startled, because I knew it was kind of over here somewhere. I will turn to it and also try Shocking Grasp.
Nice.
And eventually, one of us will hit this. I feel.
Does not say that.
Right. Hey.
There it is. Finally able to reach out and do some damage with the Shocking Grasp. That will hit him for 9 lightning damage. So as you feel the electricity coursing through the body of this spider, you bring it. You severely weakened now. It is like cowering in the corner on the brink.
And so I will move towards Zakid, because he can't take reactions anymore, which I'm still in melee anyway.
Yeah, but, he uses reaction,
And I'll kind of like, seeing that Zakid is, startled, noticeably startled, like I'll just kind of take up a fighting stance right here in front of him.
Okay, nice. Sticking up for his guy.
And then end my turn.
All right, sounds good. So that will bring us then, after that, successful attack by Xarxius to Ragnus.
Right there. So I seen that guy before he cast darkness, right?
You did. As he called out, you look over your shoulder and you got a view of this dark elf. He had a patch over his eye. He was definitely looked a league above the riffraff that you were fighting before.
Yes, he has come to die. All right, so seeing him there, Ragnus is just going to charge in the dark straight for where he believes this guy would be, and he's going to take a swing.
Absolutely. Go for it. Roll for attack.
Alrighty.
So you actually do just get right to the periphery of the outside there, Ragnus. You break through and like you see him, all of a sudden he's right in front of you. Swipe down with your axe. Unfortunately, you miss though.
Okay. So because I also ran that way, that would break the 30 feet. So my echo in front of Rock would disappear.
Okay, perfect.
But that allows me to cast it in that same turn because I technically didn't throw it away with a bonus action, right?
Correct. You have not used a bonus action yet.
So right then beside kind of behind this guy, he's going to get a little greeting from a second Ragnus.
As the second Ragnus flickers into view, that you see the panic on the elf's face as like all of a sudden now there's two of you surrounding him.
Then that echo is going to take a swing at this guy from the opposite side.
Oh, awesome. All right, go ahead and roll with advantage this time because you got him flanked.
See, can we get him?
Oh, this one misses too. Unfortunately, he is a crafty fighter, and he is able to duck under that axe blow, but cornered.
All right,
He's looking panicked.
Just kind of looking at this guy, just smiles. Oh dear, we are in trouble. And then he's going to end his turn there.
Alrighty. Brings us to Rock.
Rock tries to look around and cannot see anything. And saw that guy cast the spell as well, and will in response cast a spell magic. This effect of darkness.
Okay. Right on. So any spell of third level on the target ends. Yeah, that's definitely under a third level spell for sure. Yeah, it's an innate spell casting. So yeah, so that cancels the darkness. So as Rock, as you cast the incantation there and sweep your arms across in the chamber, all of a sudden the blackness fades and you are once again standing in full view of everyone and everything around you, namely Ragnus, directly down the hallway.
It does when he takes a step forward so he can look down and see the situation with Xarxius and Zakid as well. And it'll be his turn.
And I was gonna say I don't know if it matters or not, but as he looks at Xarxius, he sees like an odd amount of like Xarxius is very comfortable with where he's at right now.
You see, a smirk on his face. The trademark smile. The
Xarxius smirk.
Nice.
And he's like, looks like he's getting ready to punch a spider in the face.
That's awesome. And what is Zakid looking like behind Xarxius currently?
He is shitting in his right now.
Not having a good time.
No. Yeah, he's not pumped up from what I gather.
All right. Well, that Rock having ended his turn, that will bring us to once again back to the spider. So you're gonna see it. Seeing this in full view, Xarxius, you see it creep forward there, and it's going to try to take a final, if it can, retaliatory strike on the ones who have hit it with magic now, and only a 13 though.
That does not hit.
All right, misses with that. The spider still seems to be like disoriented, and it's going to just kind of stand its ground there next to you. That will bring us to the dark elf who made his appearance.
What?
Yep. He now has two Ragnuses around him. So he is going to steal his resolve. You see him draw both his short swords, puts one in each hand, and he is going to take one strike each at both of the creature, both of the Goliath standing before him right now. So first slash.
Oh, which one's that for?
That was the guy right in front of him. So it was going to be like the guy who had nausea had spawned beside him. So
Okay.
the first attack was on normal Ragnus there.
Okay.
So yeah, dang, yeah. So crit damage there.
Critical. Oh.
Oh my
shite.
god.
Oh, where did this come from?
So you are hit.
man.
Dang, with a savage hit there. Dang, and that he rolled 2 1s on his 2d6 as well. So that's all from the poison.
Seeing this strike
So
on Magnus, Rock projects his shield forward, and it takes 16 points of that damage. Then the rest.
oh
goes
my
down.
goodness, that's crazy. So
A shield was broken and shatters.
okay, so how much is
0,
remaining
so
on the shield?
Until I cast an abjuration spell, then I get a little bit on it. But
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so 31 minus 16, so 15. So 15 damage instead to you, Ragnus.
Okay.
All right, and then the other attack he was making was going to be on the other one there. It's going to be 13 to hit.
That does not.
Okay, so he is not able to hit the Echo Ragnus there with his second strike, and he's got nowhere to run. He's just got to like dig back in and prepare for the second wave here, as that will bring us back to the top of the round. Zakid. Is Al's mic off? Or?
Yep, my bad.
Oh, all good, buddy.
Let's see here. Yeah, Zakid's just gonna like turn around again, like he's just gonna have a look on his face that's just he wants to go home.
Yeah.
He's gonna turn around and finding success with it with Rock. He's gonna put his arm on Xarxius, pointing his hand forward. His fingers are a bit more closed. You see crackling blue energy around his hands, and he's gonna cast Witchbolt just at level 1.
All right. The energy arcs forward. Oh, responding with some mighty magic of his own here. Dealing 20 lightning damage. Absolutely. That first bolt is enough of a insanely powerful, shocking strike that you destroy the spider instantly. It falls dead.
And for the first time in a little while, Zakid is gonna kind of breathe a sigh of relief. And
Nice.
end his turn.
All right, good stuff. So that brings us to Xarxius.
Okay, so seeing this, Xarxius turns and puts his hand on Zakid's shoulder and says, "See, the winged mother still has you down here." And then turns around, like gives him a little nod, and then turns around and just runs, like sprints towards Rock,
Right on.
and says, "Where did the magical darkness come from?"
But points ahead. Yeah, okay. He
Rock, yeah, you're
points ahead.
free to respond.
That dark elf hatched man. Hatched dark elf person.
Mm-hmm. So Xarxius just kind of looks down the hallway and then says, "Oh shit." and he will. Hold on a second. I gotta see. Creatures within a 20 feet point of where you choose. Okay. So how does that work? If I if I cast a spell that goes from goes in a 20-foot circle from a point that I choose, like, and they're backed in a corner, so I can't really do that without getting the two Ragnuses, correct?
I mean, I guess we're getting into, would you be able to like project, like, does a wall count as like a barrier, or like would you be able to like visualize outside the wall and have it only come in like a little bit, which I would argue you probably could, right? If you were like spatially aware enough, like, yeah, I mean, like if I wanted to cast that outside my house, just come inside one of the windows or something, right? Like you could do that.
I mean, that's up to you. That's why I'm asking. Is you're the DM. That's completely up to you.
Yeah, for sure. I'd say you can you can push it back behind where the wall would be and guesstimate, your distance.
Mm-hmm. So then I will, if you are good with that, I'm going to cast sleep on a point that only the dark elf would be hit by it.
Okay. So you would have to be.
He's in the.
Yeah, you would have to be aiming. Like, I don't think you have visual from where you're standing, even with rock. Like you said, are you good peeking your head around the corner? Yeah, you told me that. Sorry.
Yeah.
You said you peeked your head. Yeah. So you would have seen Ragnus around the corner there, cornering this elf there in the corner. Yeah. So you got a general gist, but you'd have to like aim it like probably around this area right here. You guesstimate to have the front bit of the thing hit him. But yeah, you could absolutely go for it.
All right. Then I will go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Sleep.
Did you guys see? Did it tell you guys I cast that? Because it told me I lost connection, but then
it told me that too. Yeah.
I
wonder if it'll
chat, but
it is in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't get it in the chat. Yeah, because mine said connection failed too.
Okay, but so maybe it did pop up sleep in the chat.
Popped in the chat, but I don't see like a radius. Like, have you cast it yet officially?
No, I have to place the measured template.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and just try to cast it again there, Sam. Yeah, because it's not in my chat.
Okay. Well, let me see if it. Well, here maybe if I go ahead and place it, then it'll.
Oh, maybe then it will spawn. Yeah, in the chat.
Okay, what is going on here? All right, maybe
Okay, boom, yeah, you nailed it. Perfect.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yep, sick.
All right. So then I guess I roll damage now, huh?
So as you cast that, what was it? Sorry, what were you casting again? What's the spell? Because it's not in the chat for me. It's sleep. Okay.
Sleep, yeah.
Yep. All right, so you cast that. As the spell rolls out off your hand. And you wait to see what effect it has on the dark elf, Xarxius. You notice that he seems to be shaking it off, and it almost seems as if there's something that would make him immune to being put to sleep. And you realize he is of elvish heritage.
Okay.
And the sleep spell fails.
All right. So then Xarxius will say, "Damn it, it's an elf," and end this turn.
Alrighty. That will bring us to Ragnus.
Alrighty. All right. Now I'm pissed off. We're gonna take a swing at. Son of a bitch.
Ragnus coming down with the 16. Oh, unfortunately that misses as the fighter is able to dodge out of the way of that.
All right, and then of course the Echo is going to follow suit with another swing. Come on, this guy's got height.
Nice. 19 is gonna hit. Go ahead, roll damage.
Wait. There we go.
It is still a magical weapon too, is it not? So it's like +1.
It's up to you because technically that last echo.
Oh, it was a new echo. Right.
Yeah.
Right. It was a new echo. Yep, for sure.
So
Wow,
13
still
damage.
doing 13 damage though. Not too shabby. As that blade strikes across the shoulder of this dark elf in front of you.
You're gonna see like the echoes flickering, still almost there, and then I'm going to use Unleash Incarnation. And I am going to take an extra attack with the echo.
Oh, dope. All right, go for it.
Yes!
Oh, there we go.
It pulled through.
Absolutely, man. Go ahead, roll crit damage. Nice. 15. Another 15 damage coming down on this as repeated blows on this dark elf. That one coming across the other side of his shoulder now. He's a tough guy, but took some big blows there.
Should I? Nah, I won't. Okay. Yeah, and then I'm just readying up with the great axe. And then Ragnus will just turn to him. It's your turn now, friend. And we'll end the turn. Nice. What do we got here?
All right, so that brings us to Rock. Rock on mute.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Discord might be frozen.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I forgot about that Fey ancestry before when Zaki did that other charm spell, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, it should have been a disadvantage, but
Oh, there we lost him. He might be
Yeah.
restarting.
It's reset.
yeah, he's trying to reset it. Yeah.
But yeah, I was wondering about that, but then I actually thought about that the charm worked on those drow.
Yeah, I know. That's my bad. That's
but
my
I was
bad.
like,
yeah.
no,
We're not
it's
calling the
all
roll
good.
again.
It
Yeah.
was one of those things I knew it was a gamble.
What's up,
so I
buddy?
was
Right.
Yeah. The DM remembered.
So Rock is from here going to fire some magic missiles at the drow elf up there.
Nice. All right, just aiming these things around the mighty frame of Ragnus there.
Trying to suck in his gut. Just
Yeah. Choo, choo, choo.
There's one. And two. And three. Ooh, nice.
Okay, for a 3 and a 5 as those 3 darts stick into the elf there, knocking him back a bit further into the wall.
Rock is going to just duck over into this little cavern. Yeah.
Okay, taking some cover around the side there.
This guy's chunky.
Just
Yeah.
back to our dark elf. Okay. All right. So he is going to turn away from you, Ragnus, and face your echo. And he is going to, with his trusty short swords, again, come in for some attacks. And he's determined to fight on this side this time, it seems. First one's going to be a 20 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
All right, so that does 20 damage to your echo.
Oh, the echo's just incinerated.
Okay, yeah. It can't be poison though, so yeah, it was only 5 damage technically.
But it only had one.
Yeah,
One
the
hit
echo only
point.
has one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it only has one. Okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, so echo has been cleared. So with that echo dropping, he's gonna look. I guess he's gonna turn to you, Ragnus, and he's going to just try to pop one more shot at you.
Wow.
21.
Yep, that hits.
And that's gonna hit you for.
Alright.
Yeah, so it rolled a lot of ones there. So yeah, only 12 damage there to you, Ragnus. And he is now going to dash away. So you will have an attack of opportunity there if you would like to use it, Ragnus. As he tries to squirm away from you there.
Come on.
21 hits.
Yes.
Roll that damage.
Boom.
Ooh,
Nice.
16. Nice. Clipping him in the back and taking a nice chunk out of the side of him. Oh, that one really hurt him. You saw as he runs past you, but nevertheless, he is able to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and he disappears around the corner. Technically right there. Okay. That will bring us to top of the round, Zakid.
Zakid is gonna just start making his way back to rejoin the party. Basically, he said half movement. Actually, basically as far as I know. Yeah.
You could probably get around Xarxius, right? Because you're at 20 feet there, and then we said, oh yeah, I guess you'd be like
Well, I only have
right.
25 feet.
Right, yeah, you'd be squeezed right beside him.
Yeah. And just for shits and giggles, he's gonna tap a dagger on Xarxius's belt and cast light on it.
Okay.
He's using Xarxius as like a
Human torch.
to light his
Human
way.
torch
Yeah.
here. Okay, right on. All right, so as that light pops on around you, Xarxius, illuminating you. I don't know if you would have mixed feelings on that, being a rogue and a person in the shadows, but so it is.
Yeah, in this situation, I wouldn't care because I just want us all to be able to see.
For sure. Dope.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna end my turn.
All right, perfect. Takes us to the newly illuminated Xarxius.
So Xarxius is just gonna take off running towards Ragnus and say, "Where did he go?"
Okay.
I have a feeling. Oh, can I answer?
Yeah, you can respond.
He tucked off into the cavern we were investigating earlier. I have a feeling he knows a way to cross the gap.
Well, perhaps we should follow.
Mm.
And just if you're the first one in there, don't go too far into the cavern because they're right inside there. The pits are. And then I'll just end my turn.
Okay, getting as far as Ragnus there and having that conversation. That brings us to Ragnus.
Okay, so that would be... So I can get right at the 15.
So it'd be 5. Yeah, so that'd be 10 to there, and then 15 to the entrance of the place, kind of there.
So I will actually cast another echo right at the entrance. So what is that right here?
Okay. Your echo pops in right there.
And then, so I still have half movement. So I'll take a few steps with the echo until I'm right by the pit there.
Okay. So yeah, you're right in front of the dark elf who is this is about as far as he's gotten. He's starting to you can actually see now actually that this guy is starting to walk on the side of the walls of the cave and making his way to the thick webbing at the top. He's just started to as you from that spot of where you got to.
I can see, like, the echo can see him from here.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna try and huck a hand axe at him.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for attack.
All right. Oh,
Nice,
Peter.
25 definitely hits. Go ahead, roll damage. Doing 11 slashing as the axe
for a
actually
hand axe.
sticks into the side of the guy, and he's had to struggle to balance and hold himself there. But yeah, he took a heavy hit from that axe.
Jesus Christ.
Hanging
All
on
right.
though.
All right, and that'll be Ragnus's turn. Oh,
All right, brings us to Rock.
guy's taking a beating.
Guy you're fighting there.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's taking some damage. Yeah, he soaked up some all from Ragnus, dude.
I was hoping he would like wobble into the pit or something. I was like, oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you'll see in a bit.
Oh, I seem to have lost the original Ragnus though. Can you still see him on the map?
I can see him
I can see him. Yeah, you do not.
No.
right here.
Oh wait, I think.
Yeah, I can see him.
Okay. Yeah, I lost him, so I can't see him on mine.
Oh, we can't. Can you not see the echo?
I can see the echo, but maybe it's because the echo can't see. Well, I should still be able to see like myself, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe do you have your echo selected and not your main token selected?
Yeah, but that's it. I can't reselect the main token because I can't see him. Oh, there we go. I just had to click on the game.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, you found it. Yeah, you can use this character side, the actors directory in the side too.
All right. Okay, I got him. We're good.
Okay,
Right.
sick. Okie dokie.
All
right, yeah, Rock, you're up, bud.
Rock is pretty reticent to go ahead of any of these guys, though, so he's just gonna stick there and he's gonna ready a spell in case something comes behind us, or just a firebolt for something if something attacks.
Okay. That starts to kind of flame at the top of your staff there as you ready that. Right, that brings us to our dark elf friend who is continuing on his way. He's going to try to soldier through the pain. 5, 10, 15. So as your echo sees this dark elf moving along, he's actually made it all the way to the top of the ceiling, Ragnus, and he's walking upside down as he runs across this pit. He gets to the other side, drops down. 5, 10, 15, 20. And yeah, you see him duck behind the corner. I'll end his turn.
Damn.
All right, back to Zakid.
Zakid will just get behind the party, I guess.
The party chain.
I'll pull up the rear. I'll watch her backs, make sure no one's coming, like looping around. Yeah, I'll ready like a cantrip, like already poison spray just in case someone shows up.
Okay.
End my turn.
Okay. Xarxius in the middle of the pack here.
First, I'll unmute myself, and then, can I like, if I would get down on my hands and knees, could I like get between, like crawl between Ragnus's legs or anything like that?
Get between them. Yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
I assume I would not be able to get beside him.
For sure. We'll
Um,
say because you have to technically go prone for a minute there. Again, it'll be like half your movement to get past them.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, you can pop out on the other side there and still have 15 feet.
Okay, so yeah, I'll do that. Then I'll move here.
Ooh,
And
I don't know
then,
if pursuit is worth it.
no, I agree. But I'm just gonna move right here. To kind of see, where the echo's at and everything like that.
Yeah.
Just kind of
Yeah, as you turn around the corner there, you now see this copy of the Echo, who's just like looking down the hallway.
Yep. And I'll just end my turn right there.
All right. Brings us to you, Ragnus.
All right. I'll kind of like get the Echo to like do a little weird and like just kind of block where Xarxius is, just kind of like telling him without words, like there's no point to pursue. And then Ragnus will move up and just basically tell Xarxius we should continue on our path. We will not be able to follow him, not by the means we have now. And plus, they'll be ready for us. And then, yeah, Ragnus will just end it there. Not much else he can do.
All right. Brings us to Rock.
Rock continues up. Move up there now. There you go. Thank you.
Right on. Getting up to Ragnus there.
5, 10, 15. He's gonna just barely move past Ragnus and get a firebolt ready, I guess, if
Hold
I see
your spot
anything.
there.
But that's it.
Okay. Fireball at the ready. Oops. Brings back to this guy. And he is going to. Okay, so he gets over here. So that's going to be a full turn with no attacks. So end combat there. Give you guys free movement again. And yeah, you find yourselves after that fight. Yeah, so kind of just catching your breath. Dead spiders lying around you. Some smell of burning in the air from all the fire bolts that have been cast. And yeah.
So Xarxius will look at Ragnus and say, did anyone look farther down? Like if you go straight down past where we ran into all those spiders, was there anything down around that corner?
That I could see originally. Just darkness.
Okay. Is it worth? I guess we should go check that out before we leave this part.
Yes, I would say pursual over the cavern is not worth it. We can go back down our initial path that we were heading before he snuck up behind us.
All right. Well, then I'll work my way around the party and proceed since I'm the guiding light here.
Yeah.
Is the key just going to be rifling through this spider's body and the surrounding ground?
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you were just like generally searching for loot sort of thing.
Yeah, nothing in particular.
Yeah, make an investigation check. See what you can find. Oh, very nice, very nice. So yeah, you're reaching into the stomach of this spider. Unbelievable, like what you actually see in this thing. And you actually do come away with a nice little bit of coinage there. So you find 95 gold pieces in the stomach of this beast. There are also you notice it's poisonous pincers and a couple other like interesting parts of the body of this spider that might be of interest.
Yeah, does it have like a poison sac or something? Like something I could remove?
For sure, yeah, absolutely. I'd say with that investigation check, absolutely, you're able to thoroughly search all parts of the body of this thing and identify clearly, this poison sac on this thing, and take a bit of time and carefully remove it.
Beautiful.
Awesome. I'll make note of that. Poison sac.
And I'll just move my echo right behind Rock too, just in case. So he'll still be watching the flank.
Okay. So your echo is okay. So your echo is still back up at the top, eh?
Can I? Can I move him maybe around? And and I'll have him follow the party there.
For sure. All right, so your echo is on your guy's tail there. Yeah, Xarxius, as you kind of make your way around, you just get to the edge of the webbing in there, and you notice that it's so thick that to pass through, you would probably have to either cut it away or firebolt it away. But you realize that this cavern kind of goes in a little circular little claw out design here.
So I'll go back to the party and say, it just circles back around. There's a lot of thick web. If you guys think we should search that, I could firebolt it or cut through it, and if you think there's anything that's possibly in the webbing. But I guess can I do a search and see if I see anything in the webbing?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, make an investigation check. You see some desiccated pods areas around it where it seems like there's like something has been cocooned up in there with like webbing, and like you surmise that's probably like the food that these things were eating, whether it was like small animals or whatever the hell these things are eating. You don't see anything too much bigger than that, but nothing really of interest though beyond that.
All right, so I'll go back to him and be like, I think she's tapped.
Crossing the cavern anyway.
Yeah, as you get to the end there, Xarxius, and you can peer through. You can maybe get your hand through that little slit there, but it's nothing anybody here could be able to slip through at their current size.
Okay. So I'd say let's head back and go down from where the two cultists were sleeping.
Yeah, I agree.
Where does he follow Xarxius?
Yeah. and I'm gonna get my my rapier out and start chopping at this webbing down here.
Awesome. Yeah, as you make your way back to the original chamber where you saw those two drow first, and reach this thick webbing that's covering this entire passage here, Xarxius, you just begin to start to. It's tough with a rapier because a rapier is a stabbing weapon, and you're kind of having to like just brush it away, and you find it's so disgusting too. You want to like wipe it off your blade as you go, but you take your time and you're able to make your way clear passage for the party.
Okay. So is everybody following me?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So I myself might have to call it.
Okay.
Fucking like you guys are more than welcome to play. Keep playing.
Yeah.
I am just drained from this weekend.
Absolutely, man.
Good, man. I'm good with
not an issue at all. Not an issue at all. How we will end it. This is how we'll end it. We'll say, Xarxius, as you're making your way through the passage there, you're just about to Let's actually see. Okay, yeah. So you're able to see finally a back wall, and you feel like you'd be making progress. You hear your party members coming in from behind you, and just before you can take another step or make another action, you hear down in the room a female voice call out and say, "Not one step further! Not one more step, or I'll kill him! I swear it!" And that is where we will end it off.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's a good spot.